So this is part of the Sony archive, which was a huge, and still is. I mean, it's just a massive archive of photographs of Billie Holiday. This is Billie Holiday. Just really, really spectacular stuff. I have a bunch of it up here. Johnny Cash. Again, there's a gallery in Manhattan, and it's called Morrison Hotel. It's been around forever, and they just really do music portfolios and music photography. They were the big venue for this work, and they sold a lot of it. So you think of the fact that recently they discovered 80,000 new negatives of Elvis Presley. And there's just so much photography that's there. One of the first big jobs I ever got, it was in the late 80s. They had discovered 100,000 glass plate negatives under the Brooklyn Bridge of the construction of streets in New York City, and they were deteriorating. So they were turning to vinegar, which is what happens if they're not stored properly. And so the city managed to collect $250,000, $500,000 to have all of these negatives, or part of these negatives, conserved, printed, and then stored properly. I got to print 10,000 of them, something like that, over a period of 2 years. And it allowed me to build a whole floor in a building on 16th Street. So not that I made money, but I actually built a beautiful lab that lasted for 25 years. Bob Dylan. Sly Stone. So here's a great story about this. I actually don't know who the photographers are of this. And so they printed portfolios for Sly Stone, and he lives in Long Island, and he's crazy. So they go, and we did a lot. We did 200 prints, and they were all like this spectacular, just really, really beautiful images. And somebody from Sony Music had to go to his home and have him sign them, because that's part of the thing. The photographer signs one side, the musician signs the other. And he said, drop them off at the house, I'll sign them, and you can pick them up next week. Well, he never signed them. He never returned them. They knew that was going to happen because they told me it was probably going to happen, but they took the risk anyway.